Oh, hi there. Welcome to Teika's Kitchen. Get ready to tantalize your taste buds. Get ready to be transported to the islands because on today's menu we're offering another delicious recipe. Tropical Salmon Sizzle served alongside Island Veggie Rice. The salmon fillets will be pan fried to perfection, then simmered in a rich and tangy sauce filled with juicy pineapple chunks and a flavorful medley of bell peppers. Now, as it relates to our Island Veggie Rice, we're making a fragrant coconut rice stir-fried to perfection with green peas, sweet carrots, and corn kernels, seasoned with a dash of soy sauce, which is a perfect balance of tropical flair and savory goodness. Now let's take a moment to tantalize your taste buds. Look at that, guys. Oh my goodness, so vibrant, so colorful. Oh yeah, the perfect selection for any date night or family night. So colorful, healthy, and delicious. Alright, now let's jump into our ingredients. Salmon fillet, and to spice things up we're using Old Bay, black pepper, Kinder's all-purpose seasoning, lemon pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and of course some butter and garlic to help to pan fry our salmon, as well as those assorted bell peppers, green onion, and a little sugar. For our sauce, as it relates to our rice, we're using coconut milk, a little salt, soy sauce, parsley flakes, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, and of course fresh green onions and these frozen veggies. Now let's get started by cleaning our salmon. Now these were scaled already, but just checking them and giving them a nice good rinse down with some lemon. As you know, lemon helps to clean them effectively and neutralizes any fishy odor, Alright, and then we have put them to drain, and we're going to go ahead and get our rice started. Now what we're doing here is making our coconut milk from the coconut milk powder. Alright, giving that a good stir to ensure that it is nice and dissolved. Add the salt, the butter, and now we're spicing it up with a little garlic powder, Italian herb seasoning, because we need each element of our dish to be so tasty and delicious, right? It's like group work and everybody's contributing. Alright, now it's time to wash our rice, get it nice and clean, remove some of that starch, alright, and any impurities, getting it nice and ready while we heat that. As you can see, the coconut milk came to a boil, and in we go with the rice. We're going to give it a quick stir to ensure even distribution, and if you've added your rice and it's not visible, then you have too much water or too much coconut milk, okay? Alright, and here we are just giving it a good stir. We are going to cover and allow it to recover. It has given it a good stir again just for even distribution. We're going to cover, leave it alone, and the next time we check on our rice, it will be ready. Now in the meantime, let's go ahead with our fish, and what we're doing here is just to dry them to remove the excess moisture so that when we add our seasoning will taste, okay? Our fish can be delicious. Okay, and first we're hitting it with some black pepper, followed by, and you have to pat that in to ensure that it is nice and right, and never season a salmon that is a little icy. No, never that, because you want your seasoning to taste as well good. We did added the Kinder's all-purpose seasoning. I think the seasoning is becoming one of my favorite. It has a little barbecue thing to it that I love so much, the aroma, followed by some Old Bay. Alright, pat that in as well. Alright, we give them a good flip, and guess what? The same treatment that we give them on the inside, that's what we're going to do with the skin as well, to ensure that it is well seasoned and it is nice and delicious. Okay. Alright, and here we are going with the lemon pepper. We have added the black pepper, Same thing that we did, we're just repeating the process. And of course you have to ensure that you pat that season in for it to stick so it can be nice and flavorful. Now to get the size, what we do here is just to clean the board with the remaining sprinkled seasoning that are on it. Okay, all right, now look at that rice. It looks so creamy, right? Now for fried rice dishes, it is always nice to use a leftover rice, but I didn't have any, so we're making it from scratch. That's why we did it first, to allow it to cool, right? And as you can see here, we're prepping our bell peppers, cutting them in big chunks because we don't want them to be too small, right? We want them to look nice in our presentation, for presentation purposes as well, and just to add variety to our meal. Followed by some scallion, or we could say green onions, followed by onions too. And this is what the same treatment that we gave the bell peppers, it's what we're giving these white onions. Okay, all right, up next we're just going to pull this pineapple slice, right, and we're straining off the juice because that will be the base for our delicious sweet and tangy sauce. Okay. All right, and there we are. We're going to use few pieces of the pineapple as well, cut them in chunks to add to our sauce, the perfect balance that we need, the perfect taste. Okay, all right, and there we are. We've added it to our other veggies and seasonings. Up next, we're just gonna go ahead and make our slurry. And what's a slurry? Is just a mixture of a starch. In this case, we're using cornstarch and a liquid, typically water, that as you see we use here as well. You can also use broth if you wish, right? And that's just a thickening agent that we'll use to thicken our sauce. You could also use flour if you don't have any cornstarch, right? Now we have moved ahead now to prep all our ingredients for our flavorful island rice. Okay, look at that. Oh yeah, but before we get the rice started, we're going to go ahead and kickstart the process for our salmon fillet. We're going to pan fry these, and what we have done here is just to add some butter to the oil, as it will prevent it from burning too quickly, right? And to flavor this, we are definitely infusing this grease with some garlic clove. Okay, and we are starting the process there. Just so you don't want to put this into when the butter mixture is too hot, because you want these garlic clove to develop all the flavors they can release steadily, right, and not burning before they actually get a chance to release all that essential oils and flavor. And by the time you know it, it's gonna be time to add our salmon fillets, and we'll add them skin side down first. All right, look at that, nice and foamy. The perfect time now to go in with our salmon. Now we'll just allow these to cook for about 3 to 4 minutes per side over medium-high heat, right? And occasionally we'll baste it just to ensure that we are maintaining that moisture, right? Now basting keeps the surface of the salmon moist, preventing it from drying out during cooking. All right, it also helps to enhance the flavor. Now as we baste with this infused butter with that garlic flavor, we'll add a layer of flavor to our salmon so that it can be more delicious and aromatic. It also ensures even cooking, as basting helps distribute heat more evenly across the fish. Now another thing that we can achieve is a glossy finish. Basting gives the salmon a shiny, appetizing appearance, making the dish look more visually appealing, right? So guys, overall, basting helps to elevate the flavor, the texture, and also the presentation of our salmon. Now, the minimum cooking temperature, internal temperature that is, for these salmon is 145 degrees Fahrenheit, right? And we have surpassed that. So you know what? It is time to take these bad boys out, okay? So that they can remain nice and juicy. Now we're going to move forward with our remaining pieces, and as a reminder, remember, as long as it has skin on, we do the skin side down first. Now, cooking the salmon skin side down first has several benefits, such as it ensures that we have a crispy skin, it's easier to flip, enables even cooking, and also help us to retain the moisture. Now, flipping to the flesh side only at the end ensures the delicate top doesn't overcook or stick to the pan. And as you can see here, we're giving it a good flip after basting on the flesh, right? And we'll cook for just about 3 minutes more, and that time is good enough to take these bad boys home. And look at that, nice and ready. All right, up next we're going to start our sauce. Now what I did here was just to reserve some of the oil and butter solution with the garlic that we use to sear our salmon, and this is what we're using now just to make our sauce come together, right? Look at that variety, guys. The tanginess, the sweetness, oh my goodness, this deserves a chef kiss. I wish you could smell this right now, because this aroma is buzzing, okay? And we went in with the cornstarch slurry. Now we're adding a little Eve browning for color. We're also gonna add a tubes of sugar to enhance the sweetness and the tanginess. They will complement each other so well. And we're just going to reduce the flame and allow this to simmer, but not before we add some Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper. And in we go with these salmon pieces and all that juice that was released from the salmon on that plate. Make sure you add that as well, because that is full of flavor. Now we will place these in the oven for about 2 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, getting all that flavor off the plate. And before we go to the oven, we're just gonna ensure that all of these are sitting right in this delicious sauce. Look at that, guys. I wish, you see, when I say I wish you could smell this right now, this aroma is something else. All right, so we're just rearranging to ensure that each piece get a little love from that sauce so that it can be nice and delicious. All right, just a few more touches before we go to the oven. Make sure that it is sitting well in that sauce. All right, a good shake, and to the oven we go. It's now time to get our Island Veggie Rice on the way, and here we're sauteing some green onions and scallion. Saute those for about 1 to 2 minutes or till translucent, and then we are going to add, as you see there, some seasoning to this frozen veggies. So we hit it with some all-purpose seasoning, some paprika, as well as a little garlic powder. And we're just going to remember, it is important for us to season all the elements of our dish so it can be nice and delicious, right? And look at that, guys, look at that salmon. It's out of the oven and it is ready. We're going to toss this some more to get it nice and flavorful, followed by the coconut rice. And look at that, guys, so nice and creamy looking. All right, and there we are, just stir frying, just to ensure even distribution and to unlock all the flavors that we possibly can. Okay, that's what we're looking like. We did hit it with some Italian herb seasoning. Give it a good toss as well. And there we are with some soy sauce, right? And that is what we are looking like, ensuring that each element of this dish just marry and come together so nicely, right? Giving it a final stir, and by the time you know it, it's gonna be time to what? Serve up a plate. And here we are, guys, serving up a plate of this delicious goodness. Now, this dish is bursting with tropical flavors, giving you the perfect balance of sweet and savory in every bite. Now, just take a look at this, guys. Oh my goodness. Now, please remember to hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so for more exciting island-inspired recipes. Look at that. Oh yeah, so nice and delicious, so delectable, so colorful and healthy. Okay. Thank you and enjoy. Oh, just a few things before I go. Please remember, linked down below is my Amazon storefront. Click on the link, guys, and make your purchase of your Jamaican spices and other items as well. Also linked below is a link to my family channel, The Faircloths. Go ahead and subscribe and also share with your friends and your families. Thank you so much and enjoy.